I am not about to be anyone's slave.
So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
If I was married, I still wouldn't put my husband first.
No, because I just feel like that could be why he doesn't want to get married, right? If you're saying like, even if we get married, I'm putting myself first and I'm not putting you first. If I was a dude and I heard that, like I would definitely say, okay, then I'm not going to marry you.
EK real spicy with more clips. Don't forget to subscribe and bang on that like button. Now let's get into it.
Hey, but this better be good, god damn it!
So many women who are ruining their relationships because they are watching other people. The other people that you are watching on social media are living a life that you know nothing about. You think that she's getting all these gifts. You think that it's all this just luxury and peace and harmony. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Period. You have no idea. And because a lot of women love the hype and the likes, they pressure their men who are doing the best that they have their ability to do because they want to be one of those it girls as well. Stop paying attention to everybody else's life. Pay attention to your own life. You could have something great going on. You guys can have a great bond. You guys could have the best relationship. And because you over there looking at this person who got Louis Vuitton bag and this person who got these kind of shoes, you stressing this man out, ruining the relationship that you have, not realizing that you actually had a better relationship than she does.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? And an average guy, like why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Especially if I'm a top quality girl. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
I don't agree with putting a man first because when he leave you, then what? What you gonna have?
But I mean, see, this is why it's all backwards, because you have to be a wifey, right? You got to be wifey material for a man to want to marry you. Again, nothing is guaranteed. So the reality is you get more out of anything just putting your best foot forward and letting the chips fall where it may, right? So be wife material, pick the right guy, and ride it out from there.
In the current environment of what happens to men in courtrooms, you'd have pretty much everything.
But the man gotta want to marry you. These men ain't getting married.
So that's it. You're talking about, so you're basically saying like you could potentially be with a person that doesn't want to marry you, but you should just never be with a person that doesn't want to marry you, was what I would say. Like if you're talking to a guy and he never wants to marry you, then that's a really...
That's why I ended my...
At least he told you.
Like, no, for real. I didn't even take no her by, and I was just like, okay, baby.
So you guys are painting a picture of not needing a man, but actually it's a circumstance where it's a specific kind of relationship where the guy doesn't want to marry the woman. Because I mean, if a guy said, yes, I do want to marry you, then you wouldn't have this perspective of like, I'm not putting a man first, right?
I would never put a man first because even though this is my life, you know what I'm saying? This is my life.
But if you were married...
If I was married, I still wouldn't put my husband first.
No, because I just feel like that could be why he doesn't want to get married, right? If you're saying like, even if we get married, I'm putting myself first and I'm not putting you first. If I was a dude and I heard that, like I would definitely say, okay, then I'm not going to marry you.
It's also about coming together. You know what I'm saying? It's also about a union. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people nowadays that doesn't understand what a union is.
Well, I would argue potentially that you're that person.
Do you start and run a business with the same type of mindset? Like, let's say your last business struggled. Are you not going to try hard on the new one? Would you put everything you can into it to ensure you succeed? Be part of the reason for success? Or will you sit around and let it fail?
Why are men expected to act like a husband in a boyfriend stage, but you don't feel as though you need to act like a wife in a girlfriend stage until somebody chooses to make you a wife? Make it make sense. If you never displayed qualities of being a wife, why would anybody want to make you one? It sounds like women just never want to put any effort first. Like, we feel like we just have to offer minimal effort and that should be significant enough. That and the cat should just have it in the bag. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm choosing to be in a relationship, I'm in it to win it. Do you want dinner, baby? Massage, baby? Baby, what do you need? Y'all are literally admitting to doing half it and then wondering why you still are not a wife. And they got the audacity to be complaining about why Suzanne's a wife before you. You haven't showed anything.
Why do you look at it as I'm a slave for my man? Like, why are you not like, this is something you want to naturally do for your family? Why would you not want to make a meal for your family or your husband? Like, you know, why does it have to be looked at as, well, I'm a slave?
I work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I'm tired. We could swap roles. We don't have to be okay because society said I have to be the cook and the cleaner, that you cannot cook and clean when you're very capable. I don't see why that's a thing.
I mean, really, guys got to pay close attention because this is not the talk of a wife, right? It sounds like a rebel without a cause. It's amazing how tired you are all of a sudden when a man needs something specific. Like a lot of modern women, she wants a man to provide and help take care of her for next to nothing in return.
Badgered or called the gold digger or anything else when I say I don't want to work and I want my man to take care of everything for me financially, in life in general. I just want to be soft and carefree and worry free. Because these same men that has this standard that you speak of are the same exact ones that's saying,
What do you bring to the table?
what do you bring to...
Y'all don't want girlfriends and wives. Y'all don't want girlfriends and wives. To be honest, I don't even think y'all really even know what y'all want. Because really, like, based on what you're telling me, y'all want someone who, you know, who's going to put out when you pay for dinner, who's going to put out when you fly them out. You want someone who's going to, you know, maintain their body so, you know, for your viewing pleasure. You want someone who is, again, who's going to do all of the things that you want them to do and not speak and not talk back. All right. But then at the same time, you don't want them to be promiscuous. So it's like, okay, you want someone who's basically virginal. But if somebody is actually virginal, right, who's only been with, you know, two people their entire lives, you're mad that she doesn't, you know, she doesn't give the Glock 3000 like, you know, a corn star. You're upset with that. Y'all don't know what you want. You just want someone who's going to put up and shut up. And if you're going to do all that, like I said, you could pay, like there are sex workers that have whole girlfriend, wife experiences. You can pay for that. You can have exactly what you're looking for. You could pick the race. You could pick the body type. You could pick the kind of relationship dynamic. Just pay for it.
I mean, what are we talking about here, right? Many women like her been pushing that line to make the average relationship transactional. This is what they wanted. All about money. Right, so it's basically entry-level escorting at this point. A guy says he wants respect from his girl, doesn't want her to pick fights, pick silly arguments with him, make small things flare up, you know what I'm saying? Cop attitudes with him for petty reasons, and that somehow translates to telling women to not speak. You know, like, come on now.
Just pay for it. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. You would rather try to convert someone like myself, someone who you cannot control, because I probably make more money than you anyway, who is not stupid. I'm probably a lot smarter than you are. Well, actually not probably, clearly. Okay, I'm a lot smarter than you, so you're not going to be able to manipulate me into doing anything that I don't already want to do. You would rather try to change me, change women like me, than go get exactly what you want, which is crazy. Like, because what you want is out there, babe. You just have to pay for it. But there's shame in that. So, of course you don't want to do that, because it's not socially acceptable. I am not about to be anyone's slave. Okay? I'm not going to do it, because that's what this is, right? That is what you were describing. I'm not about to be anyone's slave.
Get out.
We're getting out here.
Yeah, man, you heard that right. She talking about slavery. You know what I'm saying? Say no more, dog. Say no more. Ain't nobody wifing up a woman talking like that. After hearing them talk like that, and you still wipe that up, you deserve all the agony that comes with it. I'm trying to tell you. But yes, sir, yes, sir. Let me know what y'all think. It's about that time. Hit me in them comments. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Bang on that like button. As always, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. EK Real Spicy, signing out. And I'm going to get at y'all in the next video. And like that, be easy. Gone.